The special investigator appointed by President Bola Tinubu has accused the former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, of opening 593 foreign bank accounts without approval of either President Muhammadu Buhari or the Apex Bank's board of directors, documents obtained by reporters have shown. Details in the document showed that the accounts are in different banks in the United States, United Kingdom, and China. Even though the findings have not been officially public, it was learned that the revelation was part of the report submitted to President Tinubu on Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. Recall that Tinubu had on June 9th, 2023 suspended Emefiele from office and was thereafter picked by security operatives. He has remained in custody since then. And on July 30th, the president named the chief executive officer of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, Jim Obaze, as the special investigator of the CBN. In the letter dated July 28, 2023, the president asked Obaze to investigate CBN and key government business entities, adding that the investigator would report directly to the president's office. The letter read, in accordance with the fundamental objective set forth in Section 15, subsection 5 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, this administration is today continuing with the fight against corruption by appointing you as a special investigator to investigate the CBN and related entities. This appointment shall be with immediate effect, and you are to report directly to my office. The document, as seen by reporters yesterday, indicated that 2 reports have been submitted to President Tinubu so far, with the latest one dated December 20th, detailing chargeable offenses committed by Emefiele and others. In addition to the ousted CBN governor, the document also recommended prosecuting some top officials of the CBN who worked with Emefiele and others from outside the Apex Bank for various offenses. Now, talking about illegal foreign accounts, one of the documents seen by reporters stated that Emefiele had allegedly invested Nigeria's money in 593 foreign accounts without authorization. All the accounts where the billions were lodged have been traced by the investigator, it said. In the UK alone, Emefiele kept over £543 million in fixed deposits without authorization by the CBN board and investment committee of the bank. The investigator has recommended Emefiele for trial over the illegal lodgements and also utilizing the funds for what they were not meant. It said various amounts running into billions of US dollars and Chinese yuan were also allegedly traced to the accounts opened by Emefiele. Before the latest findings, corresponding reports on July 25th says Emefiele was arraigned on a 2-count charge bordering on illegal possession of firearms and was granted bail in the sum of 20 million naira. In 2022, the Department of State Service alleged that Emefiele had been financing terrorism, among other allegations. Some of the allegations against Emefiele came to the surface at the time he was being accused of partisan politics, including purported plan to contest for the presidency on the platform of the All Progressives Congress (APC). On November 17, the Federal Capital Territory High Court remanded Emefiele in Kuje prison on the ground of alleged procurement fraud. The federal government had initially preferred 20 charges on procurement fraud to the tune of 6.5 billion naira against the former CBN governor, but the charges were reduced to 6 to the tune of over 1 billion naira before he was arraigned. Through his lawyers, the former CBN governor had on all occasions denied the allegations leveled against him. Looking at other infractions uncovered by the investigator, Obaze says that Emefiele and others should be tried for the Naira redesign policy, which its findings reveal that it subjected Nigerians and the economy to great distress. Emefiele took the redesign, a mere change of color, to De La Rue in UK for a fee of £205,000. That means just the redesign of the currency took £205,000, which is almost 300 million naira in Nigerian naira. And it was said that only 1,500 and 200 naira were redesigned, the document said. It added that as of August 2023, 769 billion naira of the new notes were in circulation. The printing cost was 61.5 billion naira, out of which 31.79 billion has been paid. Other areas Tinubu was asked to prosecute Emefiele on are the 1.7 billion naira spent as questionable legal fees in respect to the printing of the money. The Ways and Means spending totally 26.627 billion. The COVID-19 expenditure amounting to 1.622 trillion naira and other intervention programs. It is not clear when the full details of the findings will be made public. Some sources close to President Tinubu, who spoke in confidence, confirmed that the second report had been submitted to the president. The president has said again and again that the CBN prosecutor will have all the support he requires to do a diligent job that will be acceptable to Nigerians, one of them said. Reacting to the findings, Wale Adedayo on Twitter says those revelations by Jimoh Baze's team on the crime committed by Emefiele, Rabiu Tunde and others are so damning. Over 500 foreign accounts run by a single person, and you think he will not frustrate BAT's election with Naira resign and all that. Kayode Okola says, we don't need rocket science to know what went down in CBN under Emefiele. Once an organization is afraid of audit or delaying its public presentation, there is more to it. Here we have communication experts who will be arguing blindly. 2Ye68 says, the plan of Emefiele to sabotage Tinubu's presidential ambition on Naira resign was to loot Nigeria treasury, thinking that he will lose the election. With massive looting in the history of Nigeria, if it's in China, Emefiele would be having breakfast with his ancestors in hell. Big Asiwaju of Egbaland says the latest Sani Abacha of the 21st century is former Central Bank Governor Godwin Emefiele. Over 600 foreign accounts linked to Emefiele in United Kingdom, United States, China, and so on. Chai. Some P2B supporters are clamoring for his release. Lekebi says, I hope someone will buy Nigerian newspapers for Emefiele in the prison. He needs to read Punch and The Nation newspapers. The man Jethro on Twitter says, Pastor, Bishop, Deacon, Emefiele did this country dirty. If the revelation that came out from the Obasi report is anything to go by, Prophet Emefiele need to rot in jail. This is complete wickedness to one nation. Why did God continue to punish us with evil leaders? Why? I don't know why the report won't be made public, because I believe some people are being shielded, and I believe Buhari must have a hand in endorsing and approving the Naira design as the president. Some people are actually being shielded from the crimes, the many crimes of Emefiele. Let's not deceive ourselves. Let's call a spade a spade. Obaze used a decoy to reveal some of these things to the public, but the main report has not been made to the public. Let's see the full report and see those that are involved in this looting of Nigeria's treasury. Yes, everyone should go down. Everybody should be made public, arrested and tried publicly. Let's see their faces, and let's not make Emefiele the scapegoat, while others who really championed this fraud and also criminality will be left with immunity, and some will just stay in their villa and just laugh till this guy rots in jail. Well, it's a very bad one for Emefiele. He eventually would pay for this crime.